Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Starmen Just Watched. Me and Billy at it again.
Mon Dieu!
Mon Dieu, indeed. Mon frere. So, finishing off baseball month, we decided to do a comedy, and Quasi came along our doorstep.
Yeah, this is just came out just a few weeks ago, last month, roughly.
Yeah, so, not that long ago, so we figured, let's try it.
Yeah.
Now, comedies are really hit and miss with me.
Yeah.
And I didn't find myself, gut-busting laughing at this. But it did get a few chuckles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's guys who... It's Broken Lizard, so it's guys who did Super Troopers and them, so...
Yeah. So you have to have, a thing for their comedy.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the mood for that, this movie's not gonna start to piss you off right at the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Because it starts off with their brand of comedy when they do the opening scene. And these are the royals and the Pope, and you don't want to be between them. This guy is royally fucked. So Quasi, if you haven't guessed, is about Quasimodo.
Ooh, after moving about, however, invented the rack.
Invented the rack, and moved to France, or it wasn't France, I guess, but moved into the town of France. More closer to work.
Yeah.
And works at a torture parlor.
I mean, that's your dream job, isn't it?
I guess, but it just seems odd that even the torturers are there, or the torturees are there willingly. You get paid to be tortured.
Oh, yeah, what's the guinea pig?
Yeah. It's most of these people actually aren't here as heathens. Some of them are just here because they want to be here, and they get paid for it.
Hey, why don't you? Hey?
Yeah, whatever day job you choose. So yeah, this is basically the wacky story of Quasi.
Yeah, and also actor plays two different characters each, I believe.
For most part, yes.
Yeah.
They do show that at the very end. It's hey, here's the two people I played.
Yeah, which I believe they contributed Monty Python as an inspiration for doing that.
Well, I would have to believe so, because one character reminded me too much of Lancelot from the Holy Grail to be that's not a coincidence.
No.
So, I saw the inspirations from Monty Python's Holy Grail to be exact.
Oh, yeah.
Where I was yeah, I can see where you drew inspiration from that. And, as I said, this isn't a bad movie. It's you gotta have a taste for it.
Oh, yeah.
So, basically, simple plot is we see the story and life of Quasimodo, and how he basically just goes from shit to king.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's a weird...
As weird circumstances fall into place. The plot of this movie is so just good. Fortune just happened.
Yeah.
And just circumstances led to another circumstance. There's no rhyme or reason. It's Quasi won, or was given this ticket by his best friend.
Oh, that was best.
Or hut mate.
It's we are not best friends.
Yeah, we are hut mates. And then, so he gets to do a confessional with the Pope. Before seeing the Pope, the king's hey, I want you to go assassinate the Pope. So when you do the confessional, there's a knife waiting for you. Stab him with it. Do this, or I kill you and your best friend, hut mate.
Yeah. Well, that recurring joke.
Yeah. Yeah, so this runs on too many reoccurring jokes.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But I noticed that with a lot of this company.
Broken Lizard.
Broken Lizard. Is they do a joke to the ground almost in all of their jokes.
Yeah.
So it does get tiresome.
I'll admit that.
Yeah. Rule of 3 for a joke is always the best rule I see. If you're doing the joke more than 3 times, it's not going to be funny the 4th.
There you go.
And if it wasn't funny the first time, it ain't going to be funny the 2nd or 3rd. Just so you know that, too. That's why I was like, the hot mate joke was good for another one-off.
Yeah.
But then they play too much into it.
Yeah.
Especially at the end dramatic scene where the Pope is like, dude, it's like, apparently that's his hut mate and he needed to move in and he needed the rent. So
Yeah.
something like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we didn't need the recycle of the joke. What were you trying to prove there?
Yeah. Like,
That the Pope paid attention to something stupid?
yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. The joke that I did like, but they played again way too fucking hard into it,
Yeah.
was Michael getting taller.
Michelle.
Michelle,
Yeah.
sorry. Michelle getting taller.
Yeah.
Because he did start off, I thought he was like the same height as Quasi.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And then he ends up just being this giant of a man. And I was like, see, it was fun for the smart person, observant person, when you just saw, it's like, wait, wasn't he the height of,
Yeah.
of Quasi? Now he's the height of Duchamp?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And then, but then he gets way too tall.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I caught your joke early, but
Yeah.
now everyone in the audience gets the joke.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like, no, just when they try to, like, continue with it.
yeah. It's when they go too hard on the joke, and then it's too obvious. That joke would have been funnier if he was just stopped at, like, a little bit taller than Duchamp.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you don't have to be old. No,
Yeah,
like,
and no one addresses it.
yeah, like, that's what I was waiting until, like, it would be more funnier if just they don't address it and, like,
Yeah. He's just like, oh, he's suddenly taller, and then you're like, oh, yeah, right, he's been on the rack for days, so yeah, I guess he would become taller. Instead of having it spelt out to us.
yeah, it's like, hey, did you notice?
Did you notice that he's a little taller? I was like, what are you guys talking about? I'm not as tall as I used to be. He's like, no, obviously you are. Then, yeah, the plot line, just too convenient of a plot line.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Quasi, you actually have the birthmark of royalty.
Yeah.
Because my aunt was Siamese twins and they had an ugly baby that they dumped in the river.
Yeah. After he says,
Telling about his bags. Like, so Quasi's actually can be a king. That's great. He's cousins to the queen.
yeah. Ooh.
Which, in that day and age, I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
So, overall experience with this movie is enjoyable, but nothing really to write home about.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, yeah, like I said, if you're a fan of Rock and Lizard, hey.
Yeah, it's good. But if you're just looking for a comedy, you're not going to get all like a highbrow comedy on this
Yeah.
one. But it's not lowbrow either.
No, like, that's the thing. Like, it's not like I compared to the later scary movies and like those other parody movies.
Yeah. Where it was just a bunch of dick jokes and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. Pop culture reference.
Pop culture reference.
Oh, did you get this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is popular these days. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be popular in 5 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
5 years from now, someone's going to watch this movie and be like, what the fuck were they on?
Yeah.
So, watch that. It's still going to stay relevant
Oh, yeah.
even a few years down the road.
Mm.
But I can't give it a full marks either.
No.
I'd say out of 10, probably 7.5.
Yeah, like 7.5, I'd say.
Yeah. Alright, so things we like about the movie.
Wait, the court jester told.
The court jester jokes were pretty fun, but
Yeah.
I was like, I see this all the time
Mhm.
when you have a court jester.
Yeah.
Is that poor sap is going to get horribly tortured and then thrown back in, only to get horribly tortured again. Because, yeah, it's like twice they do that?
Yeah, I think they boil him in oil.
Yeah, and then they tar and feather him.
Yeah. Originally they were just gonna tar him.
Or feather him. But let's do both. Maybe we can do thing out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of what I liked in this movie,
Yeah.
which is also... The actor who plays Quasi did a really good job.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's... Let's see what I...
Steve something, I
Yeah.
forgot the last name.
Basically, as a reference, Mac from Super Juniors.
Yeah.
Right?
And I gotta say, like, I honestly thought he was doing Adam Sandler. He felt like a really young... Yeah, like he felt like a very young Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like that's what I... In the end, I'm like, he's...
Yeah, like, you can't blame me for thinking that might have been Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
if
no.
I knew Adam Sandler wasn't older than he was.
Yeah, because you could tell he was acting a little like Little Nicky a little bit, right?
Yeah. And nothing wrong with that. It was good acting.
Oh, yeah, no, like...
And basically, yes, that is the attitude a guy with a hunchback in that era would probably have.
It's like, no, ultimately people we can challenge. We can't...
Oh, yeah, we can't say hunchback. So, yeah, the Pope and King rivalry.
Oh, yes. This is a weird one.
This is a weird one, because they start off hating each other.
Yeah, so then they were like, old, like, university friends.
Yeah. And then apparently, near the very end, we get such a plot dump.
Yeah.
It's like, but I loved you, and you loved me, and then you cheated on me with this dude. No, I thought you cheated on me with this dude. Who told you that?
I'm like, we'll just sit there. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, everyone's like, what the fuck is going on here? And of course, they die before anything's explained.
Yeah.
And then just like, that plot thickened. You'll never know the answer to that.
Yeah. I mean, what?
And I don't think I want to know.
No.
Then the other problems between Quasi and Dushan and the jealousy starting to build.
Yeah, because he kind of was. I kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, I knew.
I knew. Actually, the second I saw him, I was like, they're going to do a jealousy plot.
Yeah.
Because he's having too good of a life and Quasi's having too bad of a life.
Yeah.
But we know this is about Quasi, so it's going to swap.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is France.
Yeah.
Old time France.
Yeah.
Backstabbing is a must in every story. So, can't say too much on that, but it was telegraphed at the gate, and then it boiled too much.
Yeah, no, like
It was just too convenient for every time he saw Quasi getting happy that he would just be standing in the shadows, seeing it.
Like, okay, yeah, just backstab him already.
Yeah, just do the backstabbing already. Don't keep building it up.
Yeah. And actually, he does the drunken backstab.
Yeah, where he tells the wrong person the wrong information. And I was like, even that, like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I would have rathered if he did the full-on backstab.
Yeah. Like I never care for that plot when, like, someone...
Yeah. He just gets so angrily drunk that he just pleads to someone.
Yeah.
And of course it has to be the wrong person.
Yeah, because as soon as someone's drunk, like, they're going with this, okay?
Yeah. I was like, I would have rather if he just was evil and just backstabbed.
Yeah.
And then realized he's like, no, wait, Quasi actually is my friend. And just because he's having a string of luck doesn't mean I should kill him for it. And then does some noble thing to save Quasi in the end or something.
Yeah.
That would have been much better in my
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he doesn't like a little creepy, disgusting.
That is a good scene. I think a chuckle out of that one.
Yeah.
We won't spoil that scene because I think people hearing that would like that better than us telling you what that joke is.
Oh, yeah.
So things we didn't like about the movie.
Yeah, like, typical jealousy plot.
Typical jealousy plot. Typical well, not typical, but standard Broken Lizard setups.
Yeah.
Like, I got some Super Trooper vibes out of this.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like, Broken Lizard, they're trying too hard on their jokes than they are on their plot.
Yeah.
And it shows. And for me, a comedy's better when you don't realize it's a comedy until it already hits you with the joke. Yeah. It slaps you in the face saying, hey, you're watching comedy, and then for the whole thing, it just keeps slapping you in the face.
Yeah.
Comedy!
Yeah.
Comedy! Comedy! I was like, comedy's fine, but like, I also kind of want substance here.
Yeah, like a little bit of a story, not just...
Yeah, not just plot threads that converge into a joke. And final thoughts, so I guess we'll just move on to that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
not the worst comedy I've ever seen.
No.
And it is up there. I'm not going to bash this too hard and say don't watch it.
Oh, no, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm definitely going to watch it again.
I know you'll watch it again. I probably will give a pass on it unless it's with the right people.
Oh, yeah. Because there's a few people on the show this too, because like I said, the fans of Broken Lizard, so...
Yeah. And, like, I mean, what's the runtime on this, by the way? It's like an hour and a half, over an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, there's much worse you could be watching than this.
Yeah.
So I was just looking this up now.
Yeah.
Because this actually might sway my answer a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, one second. Yeah, hour 39.
Okay, so yeah, hour and a half. So yeah, it didn't feel like it was overstaying its welcome.
Yeah.
But it wasn't funny enough where I lost track of time.
Yeah.
So it was a general watch.
There you go. Yeah, it looks like if it drags on too much, like, yeah, okay, come on.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, that's... The comedies I hate are the ones where I'm getting to the end and I'm looking at my watch going, we are still doing this? It's like, we can wrap up now.
Yeah, like I said, like, I find if comedy's over 2 hours...
Yeah, no, don't do a comedy over 2 hours.
No, hour and a half, hour 45 minutes.
Yeah. Or if it has to be a really good comedy to justify the timeline.
Yeah.
Because if it's a really good comedy, you won't notice how long you're watching.
No.
But I find that hard, few and in between that I find a comedy where I was like, oh, that was like an hour and a half? I thought that was like 30 minutes. That went by so quick. I was so engaged and entertained.
Yeah.
But with that, though, we'll call the episode here, so thank you all very much for watching.
Oysters!
Oysters! Oysters! Until next time, have a good one, guys.